Hello everyone, good morning or good evening or good afternoon or good whenever. Welcome to World Monologue Games. I am Pete Malicki, the founder of the event and your host. You are watching the regional finals, the best 350 performers from the games. We are running 27 events in 6 different categories. And we have performers from 51 countries, which is pretty amazing because it's almost a third of the entire world's countries participating in this event. This is Endurance North America. So the endurance category is monologues, which run for 5 to 10 minutes. So it is a pretty challenging feat to be performing such a long monologue without any mistakes or breaks, etc. We are doing a total of 6 endurance events. This is our final show for the weekend. We have another 3 endurance shows next weekend. We also are running the sprint category this weekend, 45 to 60 seconds. So we had a show last night and we've got another show next Saturday. So check those shows out. As our audiences, as our viewers, you get to vote for your 2 favorite performers from any show. And you are helping select who goes through to the global finals, the best performers from around the world across the categories. I think voting is still open for all of this weekend's shows, so you can jump on and have a look at the other shows and put your 2 cents worth in and help pick the winners. I'll talk a bit more about that at the end. After the performers are done, I'll come back on and just say a few more words. So just a couple more things. If you want to support the event, that would be amazing. Hit the like button. That helps us reach more people, particularly while we're live streaming. Give us a subscribe. That way we can notify you of our upcoming events and other cool stuff across this channel. You can even send us a donation or buy some merchandise if you just really love the event. We will absolutely love you back. You can have a look at all of our shows. There's a link in the description to our website. And we've got links to every single one of our 27 live stream events there. Probably about all I need to say for now. We have our wonderful global ambassador, Chen Tang, who has recorded some words of support. So I'm going to play this little video from Chen, and then I'm going to hand directly over to the performers. So that's all from me. I will see you at the end. Enjoy the show.
Hello out there, guys. Chen here. I hope you've been enjoying the World Monologue Games Regionals. We've got another great show for you guys today with some amazingly talented actors. Over to you guys. Knock 'em dead.
Do you have any idea how fucking hot you are? Because you're so fucking hot. And I feel like you don't believe me. Which is fucked up. Because people should tell you every day how fucking hot you are. We gotta be quiet. My roommate's got this thing where he goes to bed at like 8:30. He's a little bitch about it. It's all over my dick about making house rules. Like, I'm not gonna do that. You live your life, buddy. I'll live mine. You want a beer? I don't want a beer. World's not here to take care of you, buddy. That's not how it works. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you. It's got German on it. Because you said you read German? I bet you can read it. You can sit. I don't buy it. I think I'm gonna get my own place soon. Like I was telling you, looking for my own space. And when I do, I was gonna have a balcony. Always wanted a balcony. Okay, so like this one time, this is a crazy story. I was in college. Yeah, okay. I had math class with a chick, right? Super cute. Take her out on a date. Go back to her place. Date goes really well. Turns out her parents are loaded. 16th floor, ocean sunset, like, fuck! Anyway, we're hooking up on her couch. And she says, let's go out on the balcony. I'm like, okay. So I fucked her on the balcony. It was wild, man. I know at least one guy saw it. What? What? Too much? Not enough? God, you're quiet. Like thing? Is that your thing? Quiet? I don't get that. I don't get that. People say they're quiet like it's part of their personality. It's not, you know. You gotta make your presence known. No apologies. You gotta stand up for yourself. Nobody's gonna do that for you. I'm not even being loud! Jesus fucking Christ! You know, I used to do it too. I was a shy kid. You wouldn't know it. But I was a shy kid until I made a choice one day. I was going to grow up. You know, like today, I wasn't even supposed to go out today. I wasn't even supposed to be in town. I was supposed to be out with my mom and my brother, but no, it didn't happen, so whatever. But like, I could have stayed in. I could have played video games and been all shy and shit, but I didn't. I went out. I made a choice. And hey, if I hadn't have gone out, I wouldn't have met you. You know, we're masters of our own fate. We are. Hey, we gotta do a toast to that. To being masters of our own fate. And it's to you and to my dad. It's his birthday. He would have been 66. You know, you gave me this. It's old, the paint is peeling. We probably shouldn't drink out of it, but we got it in Germany. You know, he's the reason I'm not shy anymore. My dad. He was a strong guy. He was a smart guy. He was like, son, how many shy people do you know who are in charge of shit? You know? How many shy rich people do you know? He was right. He was right. And me and my mom and my brother usually, you know, go out to the marina. Today, his birthday, and he liked boats, you know. He didn't have his own boat, but he knew a lot about boats. And my nephew had karate, and my mom had to work, so I don't know, I just didn't have it. like this here. First time. Because it's not important anymore, you know. I don't know who gives a shit. It's not my job. It's not my job. I'm not my brother. I'm not a fucking coward. I'm out here living my life. I'm not gonna marry the first girl who comes along and fuck her and bang out a bunch of fucking stupid, shitty kids. Even my dad did that. You're miserable. I was miserable. Clearly. And when he got sick, he was sick, and he was miserable. How do you look like that? And whose fault is that? Whose fucking fault is that? It's his fault! It's his fault! And it doesn't fucking matter! He doesn't know. I know he does. It's everything Chase does.
Oh, it's tough to take. Seeing you talented actresses give up on the scene hurts my left ventricle. It offends my firm passion for Ophelia. Apparently Ophelia means help, which I do not believe, because if it does, then I am the one that needs help. My reputation as an international director is at stake. When will you get it? So, if any of you fine young ladies expect to make it into the Mark Diamond Theatre Troupe's production of Hamlet, the character of Ophelia must be met with more pistachio. Ophelia is only the most elegant, eclectic, effervescent character to emerge in the 21st century, whilst everything else is just whatever. You know, my stylist at Zippy Cuts used to say the same thing every time he screwed up my haircut. Just let it grow. Let it grow, Guy. That is poetry. Pure poetry at the height of poetry itself. Why? Hair is organic, au natural, just as acting is meant to be. So, let your characters grow. Then take them to the edge, and let their feelings fly with the elves. Ophelia's love of Hamlet, and possibly another, deserves it. With multiple tour dates scheduled potentially, Ophelia must be able to glide across the stage like golden melted butter before she gets on the bus. Because little known fact, if the tour goes well, the producers of Sharknado are willing to come on board and partner together for a feature film in Quebec. Yes, oui. Très bien. I'm so excited to visit Les Québécois. Did you know that Hamlet, translated to French, is omelette? Huh? Who knew? That was I. Ophelia, the innocent, intractable, incandescent goddess that she was. She proclaims to be distraught. You and I must discover why. Was it Hamlet that drove her to suicide? Her neglectful father, Polonius? Or was she secretly in love with someone else? We must explore all of that in the next round of auditions. So yes, read the script, but then forget about the script. In fact, burn the script and find the velvety, vascular vivaciousness that envelops Ophelia, i.e., get to the emotions. GTE. Write it down if you can't remember it. I would normally recommend additional scene analysis work from the movie Sharknado 3 to learn the essence of dramatic elements, but I know that time itself is of the essence. So, at minimum, you must be able to contextually extract the necessary elements in the proper context so that the related extractions of your character's context are interwoven with depth and feeling and extractedness. This is critical to finding out why Hamlet proclaims that Ophelia should get thee to a nunnery. Have I told you that I came really close to being cast as Hamlet once? As such, I have personally chosen the gown that my Ophelia will wear, and we require an exquisitely talented actress to adorn that beautiful gown on our multi-nation world tour, potentially of Omelette. And if any of you dear lovelies happen to know of a particularly hard-working individual that possesses a probable propensity towards artistic entrepreneurial mentorship that would like to volunteer as my personal assistant for the tour, please have them write me a note and fold it up into a tiny little square and scotch tape it to the door handle of my Datsun. And I'll be sure to read it in the wee hours of the morn once I've finished my sense memory exercises. All of them. At home. Alone. In the dark. It's so much pressure being me. Dismissed.
So in other words, you're a college man, and you would have liked to see you land a job with just a little more status attached to it, is that it? Well, that might be part of it. But that's not all of it, is it, Culliver? Well, maybe I can see where she's coming from. And who knows, maybe she's right. You see, it's awkward having a policeman around the house. Friends drop in, man with a badge answers the door. Temperature immediately drops 20 degrees. You try to throw a party, that badge gets in the way. All of a sudden, there isn't a straight man in the crowd. Everybody's a comedian. Don't drink too much, somebody says, or the mouth of a badge will run you in. Or how's it going, Dick Tracy? How many jaywalkers did you pinch today? And then, you've always got that one who always wants to know how many apples you stole. All at once, you've lost your first name. You're a cop, a flatfoot, a bull, a dick, you're John Law, the fuzz, your heat, your poison, your trouble, your bad news. They call you everything, but never a policeman. Well, it's not much of a life, unless you like missing a Dodger game because the hotshot phone rings. Unless you enjoy working Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays at a job that doesn't pay overtime. Oh, the pay is adequate. If you count your pennies, you could put your kid through college. But you better plan on seeing Europe on your television set. Then, of course, there's your first night on the beat. When you try to arrest a drunken prostitute at a Main Street bar, she rips your new uniform to shreds. You'll buy another one. Out of your own pocket. You're gonna rub elbows with all the elite. Pimps, addicts, thieves, bums, winos, girls who can't keep an address and men who don't care. Liars, cheats, con men. The class of Skid Row. And the heartbreak. Underfed kids, molested kids, beaten kids, lost kids, crying kids, homeless kids, broken arm kids, broken leg kids, broken head kids, sick kids, dying kids, dead kids. The old people that nobody wants. The reliefers, the pensioners. Those who walk the street cold, and those who died trying to keep warm in a $3 room with an unventilated gas heater. You'll walk your beat trying to pick up the pieces. You have real adventure in your soul, Culliver? You better have. Because you're going to do time in a prowl car. Oh, it's going to be a thrill a minute when you get an unknown trouble call and hit a backyard at 2 a.m, never knowing who you'll meet. Kid with a knife? Pillhead with a gun? Or 2 ex-cons with nothing to lose? You'll draw duty in a lonely car with nobody to talk to but your radio. 4 years in a uniform, and you have the ability, the experience, and who knows, maybe even the desire to be a detective. If you like to fly by the seat of your pants, this is definitely where you belong. You see, for every crime that's committed, you have over 9 million suspects to choose from. A lot of times, you have a few facts, but a lot of hunches. You'll run down leads that dead end on you. You'll work all-night stakeouts that could last a week. You'll do legwork until you're certain you've talked to everybody in the state of California. People who saw it happen, but really didn't. Those who insist they did it, but really didn't. Those who don't remember. Those who try to forget. Those who tell the truth. Those who lie. Oh, and paperwork? You'll fill out a report when you're right. You'll fill out a report when you're wrong. You'll fill out a report when you're not sure. You'll fill one out listing your leads. You'll fill one out when you have no leads. You'll write enough words in your lifetime to stock a library. You'll learn to live with doubt, anxiety, frustration. Court decisions tend to hinder rather than help you. Dorado, Morse, Escobedo, Cahan. You'll learn to live with the district attorney, testifying in court, defense attorneys, prosecuting attorneys, judges, juries, witnesses. A lot of time, you're not going to be happy with the outcome. But then there's this. There are over 5,000 men in this city who know that being a policeman is an endless, glamorous, thankless job that's got to be done. I know it too. And I'm damn glad to be one of them. My name is Friday. I carry a badge.
I had a better time before. Before I come here, I had a better time. I used to live with my husband in a house near the jail. He was the prison warden. I loved to visit him lots and see the prisoners. I love them and I cared for them as much as I could. My husband was a gambler. He loved playing cards and drink lots and go hunting often. In the town we live in, it was just a small provincial town. The people there, they were all, how can I say it, kept to themselves. They were, I didn't have anybody to visit me, and I didn't visit anyone. So I was free. I had lots of time, which I prefer to spend it with the prisoners. You know, they all love me. Really, they did. You know, in the beginning, they were strange and reserved. But when I come to know them better, they were beautiful, peaceful, simple people. Yes, I couldn't believe it. How come this one killed someone, or the other one stole, or another committed any crime? I couldn't believe they had any reason to do that. So one day, I dared and I asked one of them, why did they bring you here? I killed Elena Nikolaevna. I really did. It cannot be changed now, he said. And I looked at him, and it seemed to me that this person, this murderer, he was carrying the crime and the guilt of somebody else's, that he himself, he was only the stone that another force had thrown. But time went by, and I used to bring them books, I used to bring them board games and playing cards, and I make sure they have in every cell. And sometimes when they came out for exercise, they ran, they made groups, and they play with the ball, something like soccer. Run, kick, toss, chase one another, shout, giggle. Oh, they were fun to see them. They really have a good life. Once in a while, when I could, I bring them a little tobacco and a little wine, just a little. Oh, they love that. Another day, I was going somewhere with my husband, and they saw me dressed with my red and yellow and green outfit. Oh, the compliments they gave me. Then I realized these people, they love colorful, bright colored dresses. Then after that, I make sure I wear the most striking colored dresses when I visited them. Yeah. Once in a while, I read them books. And when I read them a funny story, they listen quietly. And all of a sudden, they burst with laughter. They were so fun. They gave a meaning and a purpose to my life. Yeah. Another day I found some birds in the market, in a cage, a songbirds. Then I make sure every cell will have one bird. You should see them, how much they love those birds. They care for them, and they love them almost as much as they loved me. I had a great time with them. My life has really a meaning, some kind of a meaning or a purpose with them. And 3 years went by, just like that, until one miserable day. Someone came and told me, your husband! What's my husband? Speak! What? He said, your husband, Mrs. Nikolaevna, fell down from the horse. Where is he? He died. Why? How? Why? He was drunk, they say. He was too much drunk. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I cried. My heart was broken. I cried not only for him, but mostly for the prisoners that I will not see again. What a pity. Somebody told me they were sad too. What a pity. And now I'm in this city here. I'm living here now. I rent a room in this house. Well, the city outside is very boring. And this house is not bad, but there is something in this house. Something bad almost. No, it's not the people. No, it's not the people. No. It's something that, I don't know why, but overwhelms me with sadness. It makes me feel depressed and low and suffocated. Now, I feel low again. Here you are, we are, you and I, sharing stories. And in that room, somebody may be dying. we feel sorry. No, we don't. We lost the ability to feel sorry. We cannot feel sorry for anybody anymore.
For months now, I haven't enjoyed any sleeping. I realized that my entire life I never really enjoyed going into bed. I only did it because I was tired or bored or simply because that's what you do at night time. But with you, I'm excited to get into bed. I miss it so much. I miss having you waiting for me to come home. Now I feel as if I walk into a graveyard every time I walk into the house. It's so damn quiet. I used to think I like it quiet. I yearned for it. This is one of the reasons why I could never live in a city again. I would just go mad with all the constant noise. I hate it when other people think they can determine for me how noisy my own home is, or what time I'm allowed to go to sleep or wake up. How rude and self-centered can people be? They know the walls are made of the thinnest wood, so why act as if you live in a deserted place? Why not think before you play music full volume in the middle of the night, or wake up at 6 a.m. and decide that's the right time to vacuum? I get that. You never leave your home. You never have company, but why is every time I walk into my bathroom I have to hear the commercials from your goddamn radio? And why do they put noise clauses in leasing contracts if they have no intention to enforce them and rather have the sensitive guy to move out? Why do I have to move out if the neighbors are the one breaking the rules? I hate noise so much. I used to play in my mind with the thought of pretending to be one of those deaf mutes. I'd build me a little cabin somewhere with a dough I made and live there for the rest of my life. I'd build it right near the woods, but not right in them because I wanted to be sunny as hell all the time. And if one day I wanted to get married or something, I'd meet this beautiful girl that was also a deaf mute. We'd get married. She'd come live in my cabin with me, and if she wanted to say anything to me, she'd have to write it on a goddamn piece of paper just like everybody else. I hate noise so much. I never realized how fearful I am from the silence. Even the birds have left our home in Cornish for the winter. My little lovebird, please, if you have any feelings left in your heart for me, you won't take away from me my beautiful, sweet, innocent daughter. Isn't that right, my little teddy bear? Yes, it is. Daddy's here. Daddy's here to take you home. Daddy's here to take you and Mommy back home. The other day I went to town to get the mail, and when I got into town and entered the diner, there were Mr. and Mrs. Wiggles. Mrs. Wiggles gained at least 5 pounds since the last time we saw her, just before our trip to New York. She also got a new haircut. Now her hair is just long enough to cover her fatty cheeks. When I entered the diner and she waved at me vigorously. "Where's little angel of yours?" she asked. I told her Peggy's in New York. "I don't get it, so what are you doing here?" "Give him a break," Mr. Wiggles said. "You stay out of this. Drink your coffee." "Don't tell me to drink my damn coffee." "So don't drink it. Just waste it like you always do. I don't care. And you, go back to your little angel. Bring her here. So I'll be too heavy to come to that diner, and I just want to see that cool affairs of hers before I do." Then she saw Teresa coming at the door, and she had to go tell her what she thinks of the horrible article she read in the newspaper. I sat there with Mr. Wiggles in silence for a while. "Women, huh?" he said. I was about to respond, but he just went on. "I can never get Berta to stay about people's businesses. She'll always have to tell everyone what she thinks." She was was different if she was actually thinking, but with women, you just gotta agree with whatever they're saying, or they eat your head until you do. Now, 40 years ago, I thought it was cute how she had to have an opinion on everything. Then again, 40 years ago, I thought she was cute. Let me tell you, she had the skinniest legs in all the county. I show you pictures, you wouldn't believe what she turned into. Then Mrs. Wiggles came back and announced that they cannot stay at the same diner as this hideous gossipy woman, and dragged the protesting but not resisting Mr. Wiggles away. I sat there for a while longer, thinking about Mrs. Wiggles' legs. Then I felt so tired, I just wanted to get into a bed. Look, my love, I know I haven't been the perfect husband. I'm not saying I am, but I can change. I can be better, you'll see. You know I'll do anything for you and for my little girl. You were talking about me dedicating too much time to writing, and how offended you were every time I lashed at you when you interrupted me when I was on a roll. How I begged you to understand. See, I'm not able to write just whenever I want to. Sometimes it takes me hours just to get in the mood, and then when I'm finally in the mood and the ideas just keep coming at me like rain, then you enter the room asking me when will I be coming to dinner, if I'm coming to bed, and I have to stop, break out of the trance I was in, and answer you. There's no going back into the trance after that. It's gone, it's gone. Yeah, I shouldn't yell at you when you do that, but it would be so much easier if you just didn't, you know? It's not just about you. This is also my life. It's my story, and you chose to take part in it, and it's not even just about us anymore. You have a child, Claire. We have a child. The most beautiful, sweet, innocent daughter. Truly, we're blessed with that little angel. So what do you say? My love? Claire? Do you understand what I'm saying? My love? Are you even listening to me? Hello? You there, or am I just talking to the thin walls? Do you want to know why I yell? Do you? I can't hear myself. I can't hear myself speak, and when you get me angry, I yell. I love you, for Christ's sake. I care for you, and when you can't see that, my blood is boiling in my veins. Of course I yell. Really, Claire, don't be so selfish. Such a spoiled little girl, always running away from anything that's hard. Such a girl! You're killing me here. Don't take away my child. You don't deserve Peggy. She's such a pure little soul, and you want to torture her, ruin her, make her full of anger and resentment just like you are. You're killing her. Do you hate me that much, you front little bitch? My love, I'm sorry. My little lovebird, I didn't mean that. I love you, you know that, right? You just made me angry, you know how I am. My little lovebird, I didn't mean that, you know that, right? It's a horrible thing to realize what you've done. I didn't mean to yell. I just care about you. Please forgive me. Forgive your poor, angry, pathetic husband. Please just come home.
It's probably hard for you to get a sense of what it's like on the ground. Panjwai. It's where we've taken the bulk of our casualties. Yeah, Canadians. We lost a guy the first day, so that set the tone. There were a couple of villages all pretty close by the camp. We were trying to build relationships there. And no, we weren't peacekeeping. If you're peacekeeping, you're trying to keep two hostile groups from fighting each other. In Afghanistan, we're one of the two hostile groups. The Taliban? No, mostly we didn't see them. We'd see a flash, see movement in a tree line. Yeah, and they get so close to us, they could kill one of my guys, walk with his weapon, and we still hadn't fucking seen them? Oh yeah. There's not a second you're out there that you're not thinking. They are not kidding. They're not fucking around out there. We're at war. Listen, we're trying to stabilize that country. We were there to provide security, get those people some human rights. Why is that funny? No, why is that funny? We were trying to help those people. Well, what are you doing with your life that anyone's going to remember in 45 minutes? The night before the join-up. Now, why do you give a shit about the night before the join-up? You just trying to get me talking? Night before the op, couldn't fucking sit still. I played a little poker to try and blow off some steam. I shouldn't have been playing poker that night. It was stupid. I lost. I lost that game. Then I went over the orders. Yeah, Zaif. Yeah, the Afghan National Army commander, that's Zaif. Yeah, he's used some colorful tactics in the past, so have the Taliban, but I plan to hold his hand the whole way. Look, we want to go home, right? They want us to go home. That means we cooperate with Afghan authorities, in this case the ANA, so there's someone to hand the country back over to. That is, other than the Taliban, take your fucking pick. Day of the join-up, I had this one thing running in my head. This one thing always runs in my head. I want to do right by my guys. I'm responsible for them, for their lives. That's on me. That's the main thing. I want to do right by them. Now, the combat we saw that day was the most effective resistance we've met with so far in Panjwai. First of all, one of the things we rely on is the Taliban don't know how to fire their weapons. I don't know why. They think weapons fire themselves. On the join-up, the Taliban were not only firing accurately, but they had a couple of snipers with them. Nearly 50-degree heat, low on water, low on ammo, no air support. I mean, we're taking massive contact from an unknown number of enemy combatants. And then there was the suicide bomber. Worst thing is there's so much guts from a kid who's just blown himself up. You don't even know how badly your own soldier's been hit. It was, yeah, a mess. Okay, who the fuck's on comms? Is that Saeed? No, get off comms! Where the fuck's the chopper? I'm gonna fucking rape them! Where the fuck are they? No, where the fuck are they? Get on with Zero and tell them I'm gonna fucking rape them dead! Where the fuck are they? What are you doing? Get off with Saeed and get on with... fuck, give me that! We had 2 soldiers down. We're waiting on the chopper to extract them. Chopper's taking its time. I've lost guys before, and we all have feelings. Zaif's on comms. He's saying, let's move in there. It's a join-up. We can't. We have a man down. There's no fucking way I'm gonna move until the chopper's extracted my guys. I said, go ahead. You assault the compound. We'll secure the perimeter. I don't know. It's his fucking country. I'm supposed to what? Get on comms, brief him on the Geneva Convention? Zaif assaulted the compound, fought the Taliban down into this. It was a mud tunnel, like a bunker. Zaif didn't want to follow the Taliban in, but he's not stupid, and what? Let them bomb the shit out of him at close quarters, so he blocked the exit. It was this hole in the ground. Blocked that, then he pumped water. Converted it. He pumped water into the bunker. He could only pump the water in so fast. From what he told us, it took about an hour for all the Taliban to drown. Sure, yeah, I heard yelling. You hear that in combat. No, I didn't know what it was. No, I didn't know. No, I don't sleep at night. The Taliban rig bombs to children. I still see that shit all the time. I'm gonna go home to my crappy apartment and see that shit. And you know what? Listen. Zaif's tactics, I don't like it either. That's not the kind of combat I like. It's disgraceful. But on the plus side, we saw heavy fire, and there were only 2 injuries to my guys the day that joined up. 3, if you count my knee. I blew out my knee. I fell through ice one time. I ran across the canal in Ottawa in April. When would I have gone into shock? I got cornered. Yeah. I got a little pissed off, cornered, and I did something stupid. Hey, this is war.
What you wanna be, float your mind and listen to the beat, rockin' to the levels, you're so fortunate free.
Okay, that was the show. Wow, that was intense, Francis. I'm a little bit shook up from that. That was an amazing performance. Well done. Just a couple of things, and then I will get the voting underway. So just a few shout outs. If you would like to participate in World Monologue Games, we are already opening registrations for 2022. So sign up. There's all of the links, the things I'm about to talk about are in the description of this video. You can sign up as a fan if you want to get notifications of our events, or hit the subscribe button. Shout out to our sponsors, Nyakachana and Arts Business Academy. They are very generously donating a whole stack of cash, almost $5,000, to the prize winners for the World Monologue Games at the Global Finals. It's very, very generous. It's a really great thing that they're doing for the performers, giving them a chance to win such an amazing cash prize or cash prizes. So also, as I mentioned at the start, there are other events from this weekend where voting is still open, so you can jump on and check out those other shows and give a vote to your 2 favorite performers. And we got a whole bunch of shows coming up. Next week is Endurance and Sprint again, because we had quite a lot of shows in this category. Then we've got Tigers, the little youngsters. Then we've got Youth. Then we have the main professional category. So there's still a stack of World Monologue games. Alrighty, I am now going to open voting. So I have published a change to the description of this video. There is now a link to the voting form. It's going to be open for 48 hours from the conclusion of this show. So if you're watching live, you need to refresh the screen to get that link. If you're watching later, click on the link in the description to vote. If it's been more than 48 hours, then that voting form will be closed. That's all from me for this weekend. Thank you very much for watching Endurance North America. I hope you enjoyed the show. See you next week. We've got a lot more games, like I said. Catch you there. Bye.